Hey Panthers, welcome to this week's Coaches Show. I'm Fletcher Newman here with Coach Middleton to discuss their season since the last time we visited with the Panther basketball team. So far this season, y'all started off with a very strong record of 18-7 and an impressive 5-0 in district. So what kind of X factor does this team have to be able to put up stats the way that they do?
We're a veteran basketball team. You know, we carry 7 seniors and start 4 of them. So they've been through a lot of wars and have gained a tremendous amount of experience, and I think that has helped them through a couple of tough times this season. You know, we've had our struggles early in the year in the Spring Creek Classic tournament. Lost some tough hardball games, but I think we were able to recover and gain our balance and started to play pretty good basketball.
Y'all traveled to Corsicana last night and took home a 62-30 win. So can you take us through a little of what went on last night?
Played good, played well overall. We had 4 players in double digits. Nike Madison, Amari Bobbitt, Luke Reynolds, and Kelton Williams all had 13 points to lead the way. We were up by 14 at halftime and extended the lead in the third quarter and really took firm control over the game. So, you know, it was a much needed win on the road. We're blessed to have both of our long trips out the way in district. We've already visited Waco U and Corsicana and wins at both. So, but we got a big one coming up this week. Reno comes in here, so got to get ready for that.
And we saw a good press from y'all that was able to get some points off of turnovers. So what was going into that press to make it work so well?
You know, to be honest, I think they were without their starting 4-year point guard. I don't forget the kid's name. And with him being out, it was tough for them to handle the ball. And when we threw the press on, we were pretty aggressive and, you know, moving our feet and played some good defense and got in passing lanes and created some opportunities or some turnovers. And we were at that point basically able to enforce our will upon them.
So we see lots of players coming off the bench for y'all that really put some damage up on the board. So how nice is it to be able to have that depth that the Panthers have right now?
Great. You know, we're blessed. You know, 2 young kids in the backcourt, freshman Kelton Williams and sophomore Taylor Toby are 2 real quick guards that come off and provide us with some defensive intensity and some speed and quickness that we can really turn up the press a little bit on and become a very, very quick basketball team. R.J. Reeder, our big kid inside, you know, his size affects the game, and when he gets his motor running, he's very effective. And, you know, to be honest with you, Fletcher, we're really anxious and awaiting 2 kids to return. You know, Halen Matiza has been out for about 4 to 6 weeks now, broke his hand. So he comes back to us tomorrow, and we're real excited about that. And we lost another starter, Corbin Green, to academics, so we should get him back in a couple of weeks as well. So we're really looking to get at full strength moving forward into the last part of districts and most importantly on in the playoffs.
And we have some Panther basketball players with us here today. So Coach, can you tell us a little bit about who's here?
Amari Bobbitt is a senior. He's a 2-year starter and one of 2 of the last remnants of the team a few years ago. He was on the team that went to the state tournament 2017. So he started the last 2 years and second leading scorer and rebounder and is a veteran. And then you have Luke Reynolds, who's a junior, who's starting right now and really coming into his own, really starting to express himself on the court and be a factor. And we look forward to, he's only a junior, so I get to keep him another year. So I'm excited about that as well.
All right, let's visit with them. First, we have Amari Bobbitt. Amari, we've seen you drive the ball a lot more lately. Are you seeing the lane a lot better than you have in the past?
Yeah. We've been, I try to work on it a lot in practice, and the game is just looking more easier and easier. So I just keep attacking, try to get people open. some
Now,
points on the board.
We've talked about the chemistry on the team before, but in your opinion, how is the chemistry shaping up on this team almost halfway through district so far?
I think it's been pretty good, especially last night. You see a lot of it. We're all playing together as one and playing defense and offense, looking for each other to score, passing the ball around. So chemistry's been pretty good lately.
We know you were player of the game last Friday at Ennis and last week at Joshua. What were you able to do to stick out and play your best basketball those games?
Just really focus on defense. Defense especially. We work a lot on defense during practices and things, so make sure I just keep my defense up.
We also have Luke Reynolds with us. Luke, we saw a great game from beyond the arc from you last night. What was going right for you from three-point range?
I think I was just stepping in and shooting with confidence off of some great passes from my teammates and just keep doing that.
Besides the three-point ball, what else has been working for you so far this season?
I think now that I've found my new spot at the 4, I've been trying to get in the lane more, get some rebounds, and just get some putbacks.
Now we got the big game against Red Oak coming up on Friday, so how excited are you and the team for that upcoming game?
I'm very excited. This is what the season's been leading up to, and I think we're very well prepared because of our practices and coach. And I think we're starting to mesh better as a team, and we're going to go get a win.
Thanks, guys. Coach, we're seeing some Panther alumni succeeding in college right now, and one example of that has been Caleb Jordan. So can you address how he has been performing at St. Mary's lately?
Yeah, he's having an outstanding sophomore season and career. The key to choosing a college is going where they really want you, and I think that was a big part of Caleb going to St. Mary. A lot of times you're being recruited. Kids want to pick a college, and you got to choose the college that wants you when you're trying to go for an athletic scholarship. So I'm so proud of Caleb and the fact that he's really locked in and loving and playing the game that he loves, and a free education on top of that is truly, truly a blessing.
So we got the big game against Red Oak on Friday, and what is the team doing to prepare for that game in practice right now?
Well, at this point, you need to fine-tune everything, and a lot of our schedule has been committed towards the preparation for this game and for playoffs. So this game is a mirror of what a playoff game will be like. The intensity, the focus, the high level of play will be out there. Every kid on the court for both teams will be a pretty good basketball player. And we all know what's at stake. We split last year. It'll be a true test for both teams to come in here. And both ranked in the state will draw a lot of media attention. Locally will be focused on this. A lot of guys will be at the game. We should have a good crowd. So this is what you want. These are the kind of games you look forward to. As a player and as a competitive coach, we should be ready.
Now, we've been trying to push the student section this past week to really get out here on Friday. So do you have anything to say to the Panther student section watching right now?
I know what we're capable of, Milo. I've seen it. I've seen you guys do it. We have pictures of how the Midlow student section is legendary. So I have no doubt y'all will be there and ready to rock. So let's get this thing popping.
That wraps up this week's edition of the Coaches Show. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to Coach Middleton, Omari Bobbitt, and Luke Reynolds for being here. The boys Panther basketball team will take on Red Oak this Friday, so be sure you come out and pack out those stands. If you can't make it to the game, tune in to Panther Sports Radio on Mixlr to hear the play-by-play action.